One of the main things I do at the beginning of the game is to not go ahead and prototype a whole bunch of stuff without the 15 sanity bonus that we get from it. So we're actually going to prototype one thing for now, which is the shovel. And with the shovel we can go dig up a bunch of graves, which will reduce our sanity. And also that'll give us some room so that when we're prototyping things we're getting some bonus out of the science machine other than just the prototype itself. And the sanity is a very nice bonus to have. So come here, prototype one shovel, and we're going to leave some things behind that we don't need because we want to have inventory spaces available. Sorry, I should pre-make a fire just in case. But we'll keep our sticks and our grass with us, and our flint to make more shovels if we need to. We're going to be leaving behind. Yeah, the stone is fine. We also have Chester to put things into if we need to, so take our weapon just in case we fight things while we're out and about. We don't really need this axe. That's the other thing I was thinking. We'll leave this axe behind. We have a torch, we have a fire pre-made, so we should be safe against the dark. We have plenty of food with us. I would never put my food on the ground and leave it behind. Mostly because then you can it rots faster on the ground than it does in your inventory. And I'm just going to organize my inventory. So tallbird egg, I don't want to go too close to that tallbird egg. We want to stay away from him for now. We could fight him, but as I've said a few times already, my armor is weak. And the graveyard is over on this side anyway, so we'll pop over here. I kind of want to do all of my fighting tutorials at the same time, so we'll be fighting a whole bunch of things within a short period of time. We'll learn how to do all of that in one go. Here, which is also a very nice bonus to get out of a grave. Another gnome. Lots of the random trinket stuffs. Life-giving amulet, one of the most useless items that you can get out of the graves. Maybe should have cleaned up Chester's inventory before I left, but I wanted to get out here with enough daylight. Ghosts. Absolute first thing that you can dig out of the grave, of course. Generally not a big, huge problem. Because of how slow they move. Don't ever try to fight a ghost. There is absolutely no point to it. They never drop anything, and they're tough to fight as well. I'm sure there's a pattern to them, but I've never bothered to learn it because there's generally no point to fighting the ghost. So it looks like I've uncovered all of the graves. Seeing any more graves. So that was it for the graveyard section. We really only lost about half of our sanity there, a little bit more. But we'll now have something to, we'll be regaining sanity while we prototype things as well. And also we have all of these fancy trinkets. hunting for gold a little bit later. And I have a little bit of ADD with my fog of war, so I try to clear out as much of that as possible, rather than just jumping back on this road and getting back to base as fast as I can. Okay, I'm going to eat these 3 cooked meats, and we're going to try to hunt down this second koalefant. This is a great food source to have at the beginning of the game, is hunting these koalefants, and hunting them earlier in the game gives you the best chance to find the nasty wargs. So we do this usually as early as possible. Because later in the game you generally don't want to be hunting koalefants, just for the chance that you run into the big hounds. Big mama hounds, that's what I was trying to say. Alright, so there's the koalefant. Just by happenstance, it's in the exact same position as we found the first one. So we're going to herd it towards the corner and trap it, but I don't think I'm close enough to the night now that I don't actually want to engage it right yet. I'm just going to remember where I left it, and I'm going to get back to camp so that I don't have to use up the fire that I pre-built or too much of the torch that I have going. So 2 pieces of wood will get us through the night, and we can start prototyping. Hooray! Actually, I'm going to drop this useless old log suit now because I don't want to be fighting with a 4% log suit. Actually, I can probably tank 1 hit from the koalefant with that log suit. We'll be fine. Alright, so prototyping in the early game. The main first thing that we want to do is the shovel, like I've already done. The second thing is the backpack. Just keep our armor in the backpack because we can only wear one or the other. It's no harm to grab a seed and toast it while we're here. So the other things we want to do is work towards our alchemy machine. So we need to refine some cut stone. So I don't have... There's that block. So we're going to make 4 pieces of cut stone. And we have the boards already. They're stored in Chester. And the other thing we need to make the alchemy machine is the electrical doodads. So it takes 1 cut stone for each electrical doodad and 2 gold. And now we have the necessary components: the 4 boards, 2 cut stone, 2 doodads. We're going to just pre-make this alchemy engine. We're going to right click and not put it down just yet because we'll probably hammer down this science machine. But for now I want to go grab that koalefant while it's still fresh in my mind before I get sidetracked onto doing something else and forget about it. We're just going to push this koalefant in towards the dead end so that he gets caught up on the corner and we can get in the initial first hit, which will re-ag. Oh, see? He saw what was coming and he avoided it. This annoys me to no end, but I wasn't truly paying attention to how I approached him, so There he goes, he's in the corner. I should have my armor on for fighting him. After his attack, you get in 5 hits and run away. 4, 5, run away. That's how you kite against the wall. Carry that trunk in our inventory until we get back.